They were the faces we couldn't stop staring at, the stars of the 80s and 90s who defined an era. From heartthrobs to legends, these icons ruled the silver screen. But what happened to them after the spotlight faded? How did the glitz and glamour change them for better or worse? From breathtaking comebacks to shocking disappearances, the stories of these stars are far from over. In this video, we'll dive deep into the lives of 40 movie stars before and after, then and now. You won't believe what they've become. Ready to see the transformation? Rosanna Arquette. With her striking features and sultry voice, Rosanna Arquette became a standout of the 80s and 90s, effortlessly capturing the essence of complex women. She rose to prominence with her breakthrough performance in Desperately Seeking Susan, 1985, where she played the quirky Roberta, a role that became emblematic of the decade's embrace of eclectic, independent female characters. Known for her ethereal beauty and distinctive style, Arquette's versatility shone through in films like The Executioner's Song, 1982, and Pulp Fiction, 1994. Today, at 65, Arquette continues to act in both film and television, with recent roles in The Last Thing He Wanted, 2020, and the series The Act, 2019. Her legacy is firmly entrenched in the indie film scene, embodying a mix of grace and resilience that stood the test of time. Her journey remains a testament to the evolving depth of female characters in cinema. Charles Dance. Tall, imposing, and possessing an unmistakable gravitas, Charles Dance was an actor whose presence alone commanded attention. Rising to fame in the 1980s, Dance became synonymous with authoritative roles, particularly his portrayal of the ruthless Guy of Gisborne in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991. His commanding voice and cold demeanor made him a favorite for villainous characters. Now in his late 70s, Dance's career spans decades, with notable recent appearances in Game of Thrones as Tywin Lannister and The Crown, 2020. Despite the years, he remains a formidable actor, delivering performances that reflect both wisdom and the sharp edge of his younger years. His evolution from a feared antagonist to a respected thespian speaks to his enduring relevance and versatility in the industry. Emilio Estevez. Once the quintessential 80s teen heartthrob, Emilio Estevez carved out his legacy with roles in The Breakfast Club, 1985, and St. Elmo's Fire, 1985, embodying the rebellious youth of the era. As the quintessential Brat Pack member, Estevez became an icon of teen angst and passion, often playing characters who grappled with personal and social dilemmas. In the decade since, Estevez has found success behind the camera, directing films like The Way, 2010, and Bobby, 2006. At 62, he remains an active figure in Hollywood, with recent acting roles in The Mighty Ducks Game Changers, 2021, and The Public, 2018. His evolution from a teen idol to a mature filmmaker exemplifies both the depth and staying power of his career. John Lithgow. With his unmistakable voice and exceptional range, John Lithgow became a staple of both comedy and drama, known for his impeccable timing and boundless versatility. Lithgow's iconic role as the lovable yet sinister alien in Third Rock from the Sun, 1996 to 2001, showcased his comedic genius, while his dramatic turns in films like The World According to Garp, 1982, cemented him as a two-time Oscar nominee. Now 78, Lithgow continues to excel across genres, with notable recent roles in The Crown, 2019, as Winston Churchill and Bombshell, 2019. Critics continue to admire his ability to inhabit complex characters with a perfect balance of humor and gravitas. A career marked by both range and longevity, Lithgow's influence in both theatre and film remains immeasurable. Jane March. With her striking looks and youthful allure, Jane March captured the spotlight in the early 90s, her career ignited by the controversial film The Lover, 1992, where she portrayed a young woman caught in a passionate, forbidden romance in French Indochina. Her natural sensuality and emotive performances quickly made her an unforgettable figure. However, after a series of roles in films like Color of Night, 1994, March chose a quieter career, stepping away from Hollywood's spotlight. Now in her mid-50s, she has focused on a more private life, occasionally resurfacing in select projects. Though her presence in mainstream cinema has dwindled, Her early performances remain a potent reminder of a starlet who once captivated audiences with her raw emotion and unfiltered beauty. Lou Diamond Phillips. Known for his magnetic charisma and fierce intensity, Lou Diamond Phillips became a household name in the late 80s with his role as Richie Valens in La Bamba, 1987. His heartfelt portrayal of the rock and roll icon made him a standout in Hollywood's youth-driven films. Phillips's unique blend of cultural pride and talent earned him both critical acclaim and popularity, cementing him as one of the era's breakout stars. Now in his 60s, Phillips continues to find success in television, starring in Longmire, 2012 to 2017, and Prodigal Son, 2019 to 2021. His career has evolved into one marked by diversity with roles in drama, action, and historical projects. From rock and roll biopics to gritty TV roles, Phillips's enduring career reflects his remarkable versatility and staying power. Juliette Lewis. With her raw, edgy energy, Juliette Lewis broke into Hollywood in the early 90s, captivating audiences with her fearless performances. Her role in Cape Fear, 1991, playing the dangerous and troubled Danielle, was a standout, showcasing her ability to command the screen. Known for her unpredictable energy and intense roles, she became synonymous with the grunge era's alternative spirit. In her 50s, Lewis continues to captivate, starring in the hit series Yellow Jackets, 2021 present, and expanding her career into music as the lead singer of her band Juliette and the Licks. Her evolution from wild child of cinema to seasoned performer reflects both her enduring relevance and her commitment to exploring new artistic boundaries. Who do you think aged best or worst from this list of 80s and 90s icons? Type 1 in the comments, then keep watching to find out if your guess matches the reveal. Michael Keaton. Known for his distinctive voice and versatile acting, Michael Keaton made his name in the 80s with films like Beetlejuice, 1988, where his manic energy and unforgettable performance turned the character into a pop culture icon. Keaton's portrayal of Batman in Tim Burton's Batman, 1989, solidified his place in cinematic history, combining wit and depth in a role that would define superhero films for years to come. And in his 70s, Keaton remains one of Hollywood's most respected actors, with his recent roles in Birdman, 2014, which won him widespread acclaim, and his return as Batman in The Flash, 2023. Keaton's remarkable career, spanning decades and genres, proves that his legacy as a transformative actor remains as strong as ever. Kiefer Sutherland. With his signature intensity and quiet charisma, Kiefer Sutherland became a defining figure of the 1980s and 1990s. His breakthrough came with the 1986 cult classic Stand By Me, but it was his portrayal of the relentless Jack Bauer in 24, 2001 to 2010, that elevated him to global fame. Known for his gritty roles and brooding demeanor, Sutherland was also a memorable face in The Lost Boys, 1987, and A Few Good Men, 1992. At 58, Sutherland continues to captivate audiences, recently starring in Designated Survivor, 2016 to 2019, and films like The Contractor, 2022. From youthful rebel to seasoned actor, Sutherland's career remains a testament to the lasting impact of his emotionally charged, nuanced performances. Kirstie Alley. With her striking blonde hair and radiant personality, Kirstie Alley won the hearts of audiences in the 1980s, especially with her iconic role as Rebecca Howe in the hit sitcom Cheers, 1987 to 1993. Her effortless comedic timing and natural charm made her one of TV's most beloved stars. She also starred in films like Look Who's Talking, 1989, where her vibrant energy shone through. Now in her 70s, Alley has embraced a quieter life after several notable appearances on reality TV. Her legacy, however, endures through her comedic prowess and memorable roles. Kirstie Alley's ability to balance humor and heart remains a testament to her lasting influence in television and film. Angela Bassett. Known for her commanding presence and fierce determination, Angela Bassett became one of the most celebrated actresses of the 90s. Her transformative performance as Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do With It, 1993, earned her an Academy Award nomination and solidified her place in Hollywood. Bassett's ability to portray strong, complex women made her a trailblazer for African-American actresses. In her 60s, Bassett's career continues to flourish, with memorable roles in Black Panther, 2018, 911-2018 present, and AHS, Hotel, 2015. From biographical portrayals to commanding action roles, Bassett's range and resilience make her a beacon of excellence in Hollywood, a role model for future generations of actors. Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci's unrelenting energy and sharp wit made him one of the most memorable character actors of the 80s and 90s. Known for his explosive performances in films like Goodfellas, 1990, and Casino, 1995, his ferocious energy often created unforgettable moments. Pesci's fiery portrayal of mobsters, contrasted with his comedic roles in Home Alone, 1990, made him an enduring figure in both drama and comedy. Now in his 80s, Pesci has slowed his output, but remains revered for his intense and memorable performances. His return to film in The Irishman, 2019, was met with critical acclaim. Pesci's legacy, built on both ferocity and humor, is one of relentless commitment to every role, a true testament to his craft. Chris Penn. The late Chris Penn was a towering presence in 1980s and 90s cinema, known for his raw energy and unforgettable performances. Emerging as a breakout talent with his role in The Wildlife, 1984, Penn's diverse roles saw him both as a tough guy and a more vulnerable character. His most notable work came in Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs, 1992, where his portrayal of nice guy Eddie solidified his status as a versatile character actor. Though his career was tragically cut short by his passing in 2006, Penn's contributions to film continued to resonate. His performances in films like Footloose, 1984, and True Romance, 1993, remain landmarks in his legacy. Chris Penn's untimely departure left a void, but his impact as an actor endures, his characters forever etched in the annals of film history. Brooke Shields. In the 1980s, Brooke Shields was the epitome of the decade's beauty, captivating audiences with her striking looks and poised demeanor. Her career skyrocketed with Blue Lagoon, 1980, where she portrayed a young woman trapped on a tropical island, becoming an iconic symbol of innocence and allure. Shields continued her rise with roles in Endless Love, 1981, and the sitcom Suddenly Susan, 1996 to 2000, showcasing her comedic timing and acting range. Now in her 50s, Shields is still active in Hollywood with roles in The Hot Flashes, 2013, and Landline, 2017. She's also made her mark as an advocate for women's rights. From teen idol to respected actress and entrepreneur, Shields' legacy as a multifaceted performer continues to grow stronger with each passing year. Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson carved a unique niche in Hollywood with his deep voice and commanding presence, becoming a beloved figure in films like Ghostbusters, 1984, and its sequel. Known for his portrayal of Winston Zeddemore, the down-to-earth Ghostbuster, Hudson's character quickly became iconic, blending humor with heroism. His steady work in the 90s, including The Crow, 1994, further established him as a respected actor in both film and television. Now in his 70s, Hudson continues to thrive with roles in Grace and Frankie, 2017 to 2022, and Loki, 2021. His versatility shines through as he moves between comedy, drama, and sci-fi. Hudson's enduring career highlights his unmatched range and resilience, making him a true veteran in Hollywood's ever-evolving landscape. Christian Slater. Christian Slater burst onto the scene in the late 80s with a charismatic yet rebellious edge, capturing the attention of audiences with his role in Heathers, 1989. His portrayal of the dark, disaffected Jason J.D. Dean turned him into a cultural icon of teenage angst. Slater's rebellious spirit was further showcased in Pump Up the Volume, 1990, where he played a high school DJ who inspired change. Now in his 50s, Slater has reinvented himself in recent years with a career revival in TV, starring in Mr. Robot, 2015 to 2019, to critical acclaim. Slater's journey from teen idol to respected actor proves his evolution in Hollywood with a sustained relevance that reflects his commitment to reinvention and depth. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd's eccentricity and dynamic presence made him one of the most memorable character actors of the 1980s and 1990s. Best known for his role as the lovable mad scientist Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future, 1985, Lloyd's portrayal of the zany inventor became iconic, embodying the spirit of adventure and innovation. His career also included standout roles in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, and The Addams Family, 1991, where his portrayal of Uncle Fester brought a perfect blend of humour and heart. Now in his mid-80s, Lloyd remains active, appearing in films and TV projects like The Mandalorian, 2020, and Family Guy. Christopher Lloyd's timeless contributions to cinema continue to entertain new generations, his unique style of humour and heart still as relevant as ever. Denis Leary. Denis Leary's sharp wit and fast-talking, no-nonsense attitude made him a standout figure in the 1990s. Breaking into Hollywood with The Ref, 1994, and Demolition Man, 1993, Leary's biting humour and irreverent style earned him instant recognition. His own TV show, Rescue Me, 2004 to 2011, where he portrayed Tommy Gavin, a troubled New York City firefighter, won him acclaim for his complex and often dark portrayal of human flaws. Now in his 60s, Leary continues to entertain with recent roles in Animal Kingdom, 2020, and Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, 2015. From comedy to drama, Leary's evolution as a performer underscores his ability to evolve and remain at the forefront of Hollywood's entertainment scene. David Warner. With his deep, resonant voice and commanding presence, David Warner became known as one of Hollywood's premier villains throughout the 80s and 90s. His career spanned a wide array of genres, from playing the scheming Jack the Ripper in Time After Time, 1979, to his villainous turn as the duplicitous Sark in Tron, 1982. Warner's ability to embody both ruthless antagonists and sympathetic characters made him a versatile and respected figure in cinema. Now in his 80s, Warner continues to appear in both film and television, with roles in Titans, 2020, and The Omen, 1976. Warner's career is a rich tapestry of dynamic performances, solidifying his place as a master of both menace and nuance in film. Enjoying this video? Like and subscribe for more. Not feeling it? A like would still be appreciated, and your comments will help me do better next time. Dianne Wiest. Dianne Wiest's subtle yet powerful performances have made her a staple in both drama and comedy since the 1980s. Known for her Oscar-winning performances in Hannah and Her Sisters, 1986, and Bullets Over Broadway, 1994, Wiest's ability to embody complex, emotionally rich characters made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. Her roles in The Lost Boys, 1987, and Parenthood, 1989, showcased her range from comedic to deeply poignant. Now in her 70s, Wiest continues to act in both film and television, most recently starring in The Society, 2019, and The Cherry Orchard, 2016. Dianne Wiest's enduring career stands as a testament to her remarkable versatility, bringing depth and authenticity to every role she inhabits. Lesley Ann Warren. Lesley Ann Warren's radiant beauty and poised elegance made her a standout in the 1960s and 70s. But it was her role in Clue, 1985, that solidified her as a staple of comedic and dramatic roles throughout the 80s and 90s. Warren's portrayal of Miss Scarlet in Clue showcased her sharp wit, while her work in Victor Victoria, 1982, earned her an Academy Award nomination. Known for playing both dramatic and comedic roles with equal grace, she became a trusted figure in both television and film. Now in her 70s, Warren remains active with recent roles in Mum, 2015 to 2019, and The Best Man, 1999. Her enduring career reflects a blend of elegance and skill, with every performance leaving a lasting impression on her audience. Michael Douglas. With his suave demeanor and commanding presence, Michael Douglas became one of Hollywood's most powerful leading men throughout the 1980s and 90s. Known for his role in Wall Street, 1987, where he portrayed Gordon Gekko, the greedy corporate raider, Douglas earned an Academy Award for his portrayal, capturing the essence of 1980s excess. He continued his dominance in the 90s, with roles in Romancing the Stone, 1984, and Fatal Attraction, 1987, becoming one of the most bankable stars of the era. Now in his 70s, Douglas remains a prominent figure, with recent roles in The Kominsky Method, 2018 to 2021, and Ant-Man, 2015 present. Douglas's storied career from heartthrob to elder statesman of Hollywood is a testament to his lasting influence and ability to continually reinvent himself. Meg Tilly. A breath of fresh air in the 1980s, Meg Tilly's ethereal beauty and subtle performances made her a standout. Her breakout role came in The Big Chill, 1983, where she portrayed the young, wide-eyed woman whose presence shifted the dynamics of the group. However, it was Agnes of God, 1985, that earned her an Academy Award nomination, showcasing her ability to tackle complex, sensitive characters with grace. Now in her 60s, Tilly has shifted her focus to writing novels, though she occasionally steps back into acting, with roles in Bombshell, 1997, and The Girl in the Cage, 2021. Meg Tilly's quiet yet impactful career proves that her talent extends beyond the screen, with a legacy rooted in depth and authenticity. Michael Rapaport. Michael Rapaport's unmistakable voice and brash comedic energy made him a familiar face in 90s cinema. Known for his roles in Beautiful Girls, 1996, and Higher Learning, 1995, Rapaport became a go-to actor for playing the lovable, often rough-around-the-edges character. His authenticity and humor also translated to his successful television career, particularly in The War at Home, 2005 to 2007, and Atypical, 2017 to 2021. In his 50s, Rapaport continues to act with notable appearances in The Sixth Day 2000 and as a commentator in Real Time with Bill Maher, 2002 present. Rapaport's blend of comedy, authenticity and directness ensures his continued relevance in both film and TV, embodying the working-class spirit in every role. Mia Sara. Mia Sara's porcelain beauty and ethereal presence made her one of the most memorable actresses of the 1980s. She became a household name for her role as Sloane Peterson in the iconic Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986, capturing the essence of teen rebellion and charm. Sarah's dreamy, wistful energy also found a home in the fantasy genre with Legend, 1985, opposite Tom Cruise. Now in her 50s, Sara has moved to a quieter life, occasionally appearing in television shows like The New Adventures of Wonder Woman, 2011. While her Hollywood presence has diminished, her legacy as one of the 80s most enchanting stars endures, marked by her unique blend of grace and intrigue. Terence Stamp. With his chiseled features and captivating voice, Terence Stamp became a symbol of both elegance and intensity in British cinema. Emerging in the 60s, Stamp's breakthrough role as the tortured soul in Billy Budd, 1962, set the tone for his later work. In the 90s, he found a new wave of fame with The Limey, 1999, and his critically acclaimed portrayal of the villain in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, 1994, where he showcased a mix of charm and vulnerability. Now in his 80s, Stamp remains active with recent appearances in Penny Dreadful, 2014 to 2016, and Young Guns 2, 1990. Stamp's career, defined by a perfect balance of mystery and gravitas, cements him as one of cinema's most enduring figures. Dermot Mulroney. With his rugged charm and soulful eyes, Dermot Mulroney became a prominent heartthrob of the late 80s and 90s. His breakout role in Young Guns, 1988, marked the beginning of a career that spanned genres from the romantic My Best Friend's Wedding, 1997, to the intense The Trigger Effect, 1996. Mulroney's deep, brooding presence made him a go-to leading man, often cast in roles where his sincerity and vulnerability shone through. Now in his 60s, Mulroney continues to act with recent roles in Shameless, 2019 to 2021, and The Righteous Gemstones, 2021. Mulroney's steady evolution from leading man to respected character actor reflects his enduring versatility and appeal in Hollywood. Greta Scacchi. Greta Scacchi's radiant beauty and intense screen presence made her one of the most captivating actresses of the 1980s and 90s. Known for her breakout role in The Player, 1992, Scacchi's elegant yet passionate performances captured both romantic allure and emotional complexity. Her work in Presumed Innocent, 1990, and The Goldfinch, 2019, showcased her versatility, moving seamlessly between period dramas and contemporary thrillers. Now in her 60s, Scacchi remains active, focusing on both film and stage work, including a recent role in The Pale Blue Eye, 2022. With a career marked by depth and authenticity, Scacchi's enduring contributions to cinema reflect her unique ability to transform into diverse, complex characters. Michael Wincott. Known for his deep, gravelly voice and striking, intense looks, Michael Wincott became one of the most memorable villains of the 90s. His standout role as the menacing Top Dollar in The Crow, 1994, made him an icon of dark, brooding characters, and his portrayal of the sinister Maitre D' in Alien: Resurrection, 1997, solidified his place as a cinematic villain. Now in his 60s, Wincott remains active, bringing his signature voice to roles in Westworld, 2022, and The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002. Wincott's ability to infuse depth and complexity into his darker roles has earned him a lasting place in the minds of moviegoers, a testament to his craft. Madeleine Stowe. Madeleine Stowe's beauty and elegance made her one of the most iconic actresses of the 80s and 90s. Her breakout role in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992, showcased her as a fierce yet tender heroine, and she further solidified her status with her role in 12 Monkeys, 1995, where her chilling performance alongside Bruce Willis captured both vulnerability and strength. In her 60s, Stowe continues to captivate with notable roles in Revenge, 2011 to 2015, and The Highwaymen, 2019. From period dramas to action thrillers, Stowe's career spans genres and demonstrates her impressive range, ensuring her place as one of Hollywood's most enduring actresses. Sean Connery. A legend whose name is synonymous with the role of James Bond, Sean Connery became the definitive 007, cementing his place in cinematic history with Dr. No, 1962, and its sequels. His suave, confident portrayal of the iconic spy made him an international sensation, but Connery was much more than just Bond. He showcased a remarkable range, winning an Academy Award for The Untouchables, 1987, and delivering unforgettable performances in The Name of the Rose, 1986, and The Rock, 1996. In his later years, Connery embraced roles that blended gravitas with charm, like in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, 2003, his final film. Connery's passing in 2020 left a void, but his legacy as a cinematic titan endures, influencing generations of actors and filmmakers. Rene Russo. Grace and strength defined Rene Russo's career in the 90s. She first caught attention as a model before transitioning to acting, where she became known for her strong, independent roles. Russo's performances in Lethal Weapon 3, 1992, and Outbreak, 1995, showcased her ability to combine toughness with vulnerability. But it was her role in Ransom, 1996, opposite Mel Gibson, that solidified her status as a top-tier actress. In her 60s, Russo remains active, playing significant roles in Thor, 2011, and Nightcrawler, 2014. Russo's ability to thrive in both action films and more nuanced dramas speaks to her versatility, and she remains an enduring figure in Hollywood, known for both her strength on screen and her resilience in the industry. Thomas Jane. A brooding yet charismatic presence, Thomas Jane first made waves in the late 90s with his role in The Punisher, 2004, where he portrayed the gritty anti-hero Frank Castle. Jane's distinctive voice and physicality made him a standout in action films, but he also showed his depth in The Mist, 2007, where his portrayal of a father struggling to protect his son became one of his most memorable performances. In his 50s, Jane continues to embrace a diverse career, with notable roles in The Expanse, 2015 to 2021, and Hung, 2009 to 2011. From action-packed roles to deep emotional performances, Jane's evolving career reflects his ability to tackle a wide range of characters, ensuring his place as a versatile and respected actor in Hollywood. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's charismatic performances and wide range of roles made him one of the most beloved stars of the 80s and 90s. His role as the rebellious hotshot pilot Iceman in Top Gun, 1986, made him an instant icon. But Kilmer's versatility shone through in films like The Doors, 1991, where he portrayed Jim Morrison, and Tombstone, 1993, where he famously played Doc Holliday. Now in his 60s, Kilmer's career has evolved following health challenges. His recent return to Top Gun Maverick, 2022, was both emotional and inspiring. Kilmer's journey through Hollywood, marked by triumphs, struggles, and a remarkable return to form, cements his status as a beloved and resilient actor whose impact continues to resonate. William Fichtner. Known for his intense, often unsettling presence, William Fichtner carved out a remarkable career in both film and television. His breakthrough came with Heat, 1995, where his portrayal of a calm, calculating criminal added depth to the film's powerful ensemble. Fichtner's ability to play both villains and sympathetic characters made him a versatile asset in films like The Dark Knight, 2008, and Prison Break, 2005 to 2009, where his memorable turn as Agent Mahone earned him widespread acclaim. In his 60s, Fichtner remains active with recent roles in The Morning Show, 2019 to 2021, and The Plan, 2023. His career showcases a perfect blend of gravitas and unpredictability, ensuring that Fichtner's unique presence continues to captivate audiences in a variety of genres. Will Patton. Will Patton's rugged voice and magnetic screen presence have made him a favorite character actor since the 1980s. He initially rose to prominence with roles in No Way Out, 1987, and The Postman, 1997, where his ability to embody both authority figures and emotionally complex characters quickly made him a go-to actor. His performances in Armageddon, 1998, and The Miseducation of Cameron Post, 2018, displayed his ability to handle a wide range of roles with ease. Now in his 70s, Patton continues to thrive, most recently appearing in Yellowstone, 2020 to 2021, and The Novice, 2021. Patton's enduring career reflects a remarkable ability to adapt to diverse roles, consistently delivering compelling performances that continue to resonate with audiences. Sharon Stone. In the 1990s, Sharon Stone became a global sensation, captivating audiences with her electric performances and unapologetic presence. Her career skyrocketed with Basic Instinct, 1992, where her portrayal of the alluring, manipulative Catherine Trammell made her an iconic figure in cinema. Stone's sultry allure and sharp intelligence also shone through in Casino, 1995, earning her an Academy Award nomination. In her 60s, Stone remains active with notable roles in Ratched, 2020, and The Flight Attendant, 2020. She has also become a vocal advocate for women's rights and health awareness. Stone's ability to evolve from a sex symbol to a respected actress and advocate showcases her resilience, ensuring her place as a Hollywood icon who transcends her early roles. Mary Stuart Masterson. Mary Stuart Masterson was a beloved presence in the 80s and 90s, known for her compelling portrayals of strong, independent women. Her breakout role came in Some Kind of Wonderful, 1987, where she played Watts, a tomboyish drummer who becomes the heart of the story. Masterson's ability to play both tough and tender characters was further displayed in Benny and June, 1993, where her quirky performance opposite Johnny Depp charmed audiences. Now in her 50s, Masterson has shifted to directing and producing, with her directorial debut, The Cake Eaters, 2007, receiving critical praise. Her transition from actress to director highlights her multifaceted talent and enduring passion for storytelling, marking her as a creative force whose influence continues to be felt. From sultry ballads to hard-hitting rock anthems, they captured our hearts, our minds, and the spotlight. But where are they now? The heartthrobs who ruled the 70s, 80s, and 90s, some faded, some evolved, and some are still rocking the stage. What happens when fame fades or when it stays, decades later? Join us as we take a jaw-dropping journey through the lives of 50 iconic singers who defined an era. You'll be shocked by where they are today. Are they still the heartthrobs we remember, or have they completely reinvented themselves? Let's find out. David Gilmour. With his soulful guitar riffs and haunting vocals, David Gilmour is the sonic architect behind Pink Floyd's ethereal sound. Rising to fame in the late 60s, his mesmerizing solos on Comfortably Numb and Wish You Were Here cemented him as a legendary figure in rock. Known for his serene stage presence and intricate guitar work, Gilmour's contributions transcended the band, blending technical mastery with emotional depth. Now in his 70s, Gilmour continues to release solo material and tour, proving his timeless artistry. From progressive rock icon to enduring legend, Gilmour's legacy remains ever resonant in the musical world. Robert Plant. In the 70s, Robert Plant's golden locks and electric stage presence were as iconic as his high-pitched vocals. As the lead singer of Led Zeppelin, his voice defined a generation with classics like Stairway to Heaven and Immigrant Song. His raw energy and mystic persona made him a rock god, a symbol of rebellious freedom. Today, Plant embraces a more roots-driven sound, collaborating with new artists and experimenting with folk and blues influences. At 75, his evolution from hard rock legend to respected musical innovator showcases his adaptability and enduring passion for pushing artistic boundaries. Roger Daltrey. With his brash confidence and unmistakable scream, Roger Daltrey became the face of The Who, his voice a raw force on hits like Baba O'Reilly and My Generation. In the 60s and 70s, his iconic presence in both rock and fashion made him a style and music pioneer. Even now, in his 70s, Daltrey's live performances retain a powerful, gritty energy that transports audiences back to the band's glory days. Whether touring with The Who or on his solo projects, Daltrey's legacy as a rock titan endures, his passion undiminished by time's passage. Steve Perry. Steve Perry was the golden voice behind Journey's greatest hits, including Don't Stop Believin' and Open Arms. In the 80s, his soaring vocals and captivating charm captured hearts worldwide, making Journey's ballads timeless anthems. Known for his distinct, emotive delivery, Perry's voice became the hallmark of soft rock. After a lengthy hiatus, he made a triumphant return in 2018 with a solo album, showcasing his enduring vocal prowess. Now in his 70s, Perry remains a beloved figure, reminding us that true artistry is not bound by time, but rather fueled by passion and devotion to the craft. Jon Bon Jovi. With his peroxide blonde hair and rock star charisma, Jon Bon Jovi was a quintessential 80s heartthrob, leading his band to global success with anthems like Living on a Prayer and You Give Love a Bad Name. His blend of catchy hooks, relatable lyrics and swagger made him the face of glam metal. Now in his 60s, Bon Jovi has seamlessly transitioned from rock star to philanthropist, using his platform for social causes while continuing to tour and release music. His enduring appeal proves that even after decades, his voice and energy are just as vital as ever. Rod Stewart. With his spiky blonde hair and distinctive rasp, Rod Stewart became a quintessential voice of the 70s and 80s. His hits like Maggie May and Do You Think I'm Sexy made him a rock star and sex symbol, blending rock, pop and soul with his gritty yet tender delivery. Stewart's magnetic stage presence turned arenas into his personal playground. Now in his late 70s, he continues to tour, showcasing his enduring vocal charm. His career has evolved, embracing both standards and contemporary pop, but his legacy as a charismatic, iconic figure in music remains unmistakably strong. Bryan Ferry. With his elegant style and smooth, seductive vocals, Bryan Ferry became the epitome of glam sophistication as the frontman of Roxy Music. Songs like Love is the Drug and Slave to Love made him the voice of a generation that loved stylish decadence and alluring charm. Ferry's suave persona and art rock sensibility captivated audiences in the 70s and 80s. In his 70s today, he continues to perform, his voice as refined as ever and still exudes the magnetic allure that made him an icon. Ferry's legacy lies in his fusion of musical innovation and timeless cool. Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton's reputation as a guitar virtuoso and heartthrob began with his mid-70s breakthrough, Frampton Comes Alive. His smooth voice, coupled with his signature talk box guitar effect on tracks like Show Me the Way, made him an undeniable star. His mix of rock and pop sensibilities allowed him to transcend typical genre boundaries. In his 70s, Frampton's impact is still felt, particularly with his recent work on dementia awareness. Though his career path has been varied, his ability to connect emotionally through music remains his most enduring gift, solidifying his place in rock history. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger's jagged moves, daring swagger, and iconic lips made him the face of the Rolling Stones and one of the most electrifying frontmen in rock history. His unrivaled charisma shone through hits like Start Me Up and Paint It Black, turning him into a symbol of rebellion and excess. Even in his 80s, Jagger continues to perform with energy and finesse, his voice as commanding as ever. With decades of cultural influence, Jagger's passion for music has never waned, proving that rock and roll truly keeps him forever young, defying age in the most electrifying ways. Keith Richards. The embodiment of rock and roll rebellion, Keith Richards' signature riffs and gritty guitar tone made him a cornerstone of the Rolling Stones' sound, with his distinctive style and timeless anthem, Satisfaction. Richards became a symbol of rock's wildest excesses. His seemingly indestructible nature and rebellious streak were at the heart of his appeal, drawing fans worldwide. Now in his 70s, Richards shows no sign of slowing down. Whether writing new music or touring, his rugged charm and musical genius continue to shine through. A true legend, his career is a testament to resilience and timeless artistry. Music, love, and memories, these 50 heartthrobs ruled the airwaves and stole our hearts. Leave a 1 in the comments and scroll no further, because this is pure throwback magic. Don Henley. Don Henley's voice, rich, haunting, and full of soul, became the hallmark of the Eagles' massive success in the 70s. With Hotel California and Desperado, he helped define the West Coast sound, blending rock, country, and folk into a seamless tapestry. Henley's lyrical storytelling and charismatic presence made him a leader within the band and an enduring force in rock. In his 70s, he continues to captivate audiences, balancing his iconic work with a commitment to environmental advocacy. Henley's music remains timeless, with his distinct voice and reflective lyrics capturing the essence of a generation's heartache and triumphs. Sting. As the enigmatic frontman of the Police, Sting's innovative fusion of reggae, rock, and jazz reshaped the musical landscape of the late 70s and early 80s. With hits like Every Breath You Take and Roxanne, his complex melodies and thought-provoking lyrics earned him critical acclaim and a global fan base. Beyond his time with the Police, Sting's solo career continued to showcase his musical versatility, exploring world music influences and poetic themes. Now in his 70s, he remains a captivating performer and activist, infusing his music with timeless wisdom and global awareness, consistently evolving as both an artist and humanist. Simon Le Bon. With his effortlessly cool charm and distinctive voice, Simon Le Bon became a heartthrob and symbol of the 80s new romantic movement as the frontman of Duran Duran. Hits like Hungry Like the Wolf and Rio propelled the band into international superstardom, blending pop sensibility with high-fashion glam. Known for his charismatic stage presence and youthful energy, Le Bon became a key figure in defining the sound of an era. Now in his 60s, he continues to perform with Duran Duran, proving that their creative spark remains as vibrant as ever. Le Bon's evolution reflects the band's ability to stay relevant across decades. Bryan Adams. In the 80s and 90s, Bryan Adams' heartland rock anthems such as Summer of 69 Inches and Everything I Do It For You made him a staple of the pop rock scene. His straightforward, passionate vocals and anthemic songwriting captured the spirit of youthful optimism and love. Known for his work ethic and powerful performances, Adams transitioned from pop star to respected musician and photographer. In his 60s, Adams continues to tour, releasing new music and embracing his role as an artist unafraid to evolve. His career stands as a testament to the enduring power of a simple, genuine connection to fans through music. Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield's mix of heartthrob looks and irresistible pop-rock sound made him a fixture of the 80s, thanks to hits like Jessie's Girl and Don't Talk to Strangers. His smooth vocals, coupled with a natural charisma, made him a mainstay on the charts and in the hearts of fans worldwide. Known for his energetic performances and cult TV role in General Hospital, Springfield's influence transcended music into acting. Now in his 70s, he still performs, his music still deeply rooted in the emotional resonance that captured the hearts of millions. His evolution proves that talent and charm only grow more enduring with age. Billy Idol. With his platinum blonde hair, sneer, and rebellious spirit, Billy Idol became the face of 80s punk rock and new wave. Hits like White Wedding and Dancing With Myself made him an icon of the era, his snarling vocals and electric stage presence setting him apart from his peers. His image, edgy, bold, and unapologetic, captured the punk ethos of the time. Now in his 60s, Idol still commands the stage, his signature energy undimmed by the years. Whether performing classic hits or releasing new material, Idol's fierce individuality and punk legacy continue to inspire both old fans and new. David Cassidy. As the heartthrob of the Partridge Family, David Cassidy's soulful voice and charming smile made him a teen idol of the 70s. Hits like I Think I Love You turned him into a pop sensation, with fans swooning over his wholesome yet captivating image. His transition to solo artist kept him in the spotlight, though his personal struggles often overshadowed his music career. Sadly passing in 2017, Cassidy's legacy remains as one of the most beloved teen idols of all time. His timeless songs and the fondness fans still have for him prove his place in pop culture is secure. Shaun Cassidy. With his mop of curly hair and boy-next-door appeal, Shaun Cassidy became a teen heartthrob in the 70s, capturing the public's imagination with songs like Da-Doo Ron Ron and starring in the Hardy Boys mysteries. His sweet, earnest vocals and innocent charm made him a sensation on both the music charts and TV screens. Though he stepped away from the limelight, Cassidy found success in writing and producing, embracing his creativity behind the scenes. Now in his 60s, his legacy lives on in his enduring contributions to television, music, and pop culture, his heartthrob status forever etched in the memories of fans. Richard Marx. With his soft, soulful voice and heart-on-his-sleeve ballads, Richard Marx dominated the airwaves in the late 80s and early 90s with hits like Right Here Waiting and Endless Summer Nights. His smooth pop-rock style, paired with his boyish charm, made him an instant heartthrob. His songs became the soundtrack of love and longing for a generation. In his 60s, Marx continues to create music, branching into country and releasing new material with a loyal fan base still enthralled by his heartfelt lyrics. His evolution from teen idol to respected artist reflects both his musical talent and enduring appeal. Paul Young. Paul Young's emotive voice, full of passion and soul, made him a standout in the 80s pop scene with hits like Every Time You Go Away and Come Back and Stay. Known for his boyish looks and the rich, raw depth of his voice, Young's soulful pop captured the hearts of listeners around the world. As the 80s gave way to new musical styles, Young's career mellowed into more intimate, reflective work. Now, in his 60s, he continues to perform and create, his voice as rich and resonant as ever. Young's ability to evolve keeps his timeless appeal alive. Christopher Cross. With his smooth voice and soft rock sound, Christopher Cross was a staple of the 70s and 80s. His hit Sailing became an anthem of escapism, catapulting him to stardom and earning multiple Grammy Awards. Known for his easygoing demeanor and lush ballads, Cross defined a breezy, romantic era in pop music. While his mainstream popularity waned in the years that followed, Cross's legacy endures in the hearts of those who still embrace his mellow sound. Now in his 70s, he continues to tour, proving that the timeless, soothing quality of his music never truly fades. Enjoying this video? Like and subscribe for more. Not feeling it? A like would still be appreciated, and your comments will help me do better next time. Daryl Hall. As the lead vocalist and co-founder of Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall's smooth, soulful voice and impeccable musicianship helped shape the sound of the 80s with hits like Man-Eater and Private Eyes. His effortless blend of rock, soul and pop made him one of the era's most influential figures. Hall's magnetic stage presence and songwriting craft elevated him to icon status. In his 70s, Hall continues to perform and share his passion for music through Live from Daryl's House, a web series that showcases his collaborations and love of artistry, proving that his musical influence remains undiminished. Rupert Holmes. Rupert Holmes is best known for his 1979 hit Escape, the Pina Colada song, a breezy, catchy tune that became a cultural touchstone of the late 70s. With his storytelling flair and knack for crafting unforgettable melodies, Holmes made an indelible mark on pop music. His work spans multiple genres, from pop to musical theatre, with The Mystery of Edwin Drood winning him a Tony Award. Now in his 70s, Holmes remains active, occasionally releasing new music and touring. His legacy is one of crafting songs that, like Escape, feel timeless, weaving narratives that continue to resonate with listeners. Sebastian Bach. As the charismatic frontman of Skid Row, Sebastian Bach became a heavy metal heartthrob in the late 80s and early 90s with his powerful voice and rebellious image. Hits like 18 and Life and I Remember You made him the voice of a generation's angst and youthful defiance. Known for his fiery stage presence and operatic vocal range, Bach became a rock icon. Now in his mid-50s, he still brings the energy with both Skid Row and solo projects, his voice as commanding as ever. His evolution from glam metal star to respected musician highlights his lasting influence in rock. Axl Rose. With his fiery red hair, leather-clad charisma and distinctive raspy voice, Axl Rose became the face of Guns N' Roses and the epitome of 80s rock rebellion. With hits like Sweet Child of Mine and November Rain, he transformed rock music, blending hard rock, glam, and punk influences into anthems of chaos and romance. Though his public persona has been a tumultuous one, his vocal talent and songwriting prowess remain undeniable. Now in his 60s, Rose continues to headline stadiums with Guns N' Roses, his presence still electric. A true rock survivor, his legacy is as loud as ever. Gordon Lightfoot. With his poetic lyrics and soothing folk melodies, Gordon Lightfoot became a cherished voice of the 60s and 70s. Songs like If You Could Read My Mind and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald showcased his deep storytelling ability, making him one of Canada's most iconic songwriters. His warm, husky voice and intricate guitar playing earned him a devoted following. In his 80s, Lightfoot continues to perform, proving that his timeless folk and ballads still resonate deeply with audiences. His legacy is one of heartfelt music that transcends generations, forever etched in the annals of folk history. Duff McKagan. As the thunderous bassist for Guns N' Roses, Duff McKagan helped shape the sound of 80s and 90s rock with his raw, rebellious energy. Known for his gritty rock and roll image, McKagan's bass lines on hits like Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle are the backbone of some of the biggest anthems in rock history. After GNR, McKagan explored solo projects and even penned a memoir. Now in his 60s, McKagan continues to tour with Guns N' Roses, his fiery attitude and dedication to his craft, showing that rock and roll truly never dies. Vince Neil. With his bleach blonde hair, leather jackets, and rock star swagger, Vince Neil was the quintessential frontman of Motley Crue, becoming an icon of glam metal in the 80s. Hits like Kickstart My Heart and Dr. Feelgood made Neil's voice synonymous with the high-energy excesses of rock and roll. Known for his wild lifestyle, Neil's personality and presence on stage were as explosive as his vocals. In his 60s, he still tours with Motley Crue, delivering the same electrifying performances that made him a household name. His legacy remains one of unapologetic rock and roll exuberance and excess. Kip Winger. Kip Winger's long flowing hair and smooth vocals helped define the glam metal movement of the 80s and 90s with his band Winger. Hits like 17 and Miles Away made him a heartthrob of the era, blending hard rock with melodic hooks. Known for his emotional delivery and technical prowess as a bassist and songwriter, Winger's music captured the intensity and passion of youth. In his 60s, Winger continues to perform and release music, having transitioned into a more mature, progressive rock sound. His evolution from glam metal idol to respected musician showcases his lasting influence on rock. Bret Michaels. With his bandana, long hair, and raw charisma, Bret Michaels became the face of Poison in the 80s, turning the band into one of glam metal's biggest names. Hits like Every Rose Has Its Thorn and Nothing But a Good Time made him a rock star idol, blending rock and roll with a cheeky, party-hard attitude. Michaels' rebellious spirit and swagger made him a symbol of glam metal's excess. Now, in his 60s, he continues to rock arenas, also branching into reality TV and philanthropy. His enduring appeal shows that his heart remains firmly in the music he helped shape. George Michael. With his soulful voice and magnetic presence, George Michael became one of pop's most iconic figures. Bursting onto the scene with Wham! In the 80s, his hits like Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go were irresistibly catchy. But it was his solo career, particularly Careless Whisper and Faith, that cemented his status as a global superstar. Known for his flawless vocals and boundary-pushing style, Michael's music transcended eras. Though he tragically passed in 2016, his legacy endures through timeless songs that still resonate with fans. George Michael's artistry will forever remain a beacon of both pop and soul. Rikki Rockett. As the energetic drummer for Poison, Rikki Rockett's wild, glam-inspired look and electrifying stage presence made him a key figure in 80s rock. With his multicolored hair, tattoos, and boisterous personality, Rockett helped define the glam metal movement. Poison's hits like Talk Dirty to Me and Unskinny Bop became anthems of youthful rebellion and excess. Now in his 60s, Rockett remains an active member of Poison, his drumming as precise and wild as ever. His passion for rock and roll continues to shine through, solidifying his place as a glam metal legend and a true rock survivor. Joey Tempest. As the lead singer of Europe, Joey Tempest's powerful voice and striking presence made him a defining figure in the 80s hard rock scene. With The Final Countdown becoming an instant anthem, Tempest's soaring vocals and charismatic delivery took the band to international stardom. Known for his long, flowing hair and confident stage persona, Tempest became a rock heartthrob. Now in his 60s, Tempest still performs with Europe, touring globally and reminding fans why The Final Countdown remains an enduring classic. His continued dedication to rock music proves that his voice and legacy are as strong as ever. David Coverdale. With his bluesy voice and undeniable swagger, David Coverdale became a rock legend as the frontman of Whitesnake. Hits like Here I Go Again and Is This Love made him a symbol of 80s hard rock, blending soulful melodies with powerful rock anthems. His raw, seductive vocals paired with a larger-than-life stage presence made him one of the era's most iconic frontmen. In his 70s, Coverdale remains active, still recording and performing with Whitesnake. His ability to captivate audiences even after decades showcases that his voice and passion for music are as timeless as ever. Richie Sambora. As the fiery guitarist and co-writer of Bon Jovi's biggest hits, Richie Sambora's electrifying solos and undeniable charisma helped define the band's signature sound. Songs like Livin' on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive were brought to life by his scorching guitar work and harmonies with Jon Bon Jovi. Known for his long locks and rock star allure, Sambora became a heartthrob of the 80s and 90s. Though he left Bon Jovi in 2013, Sambora continues to make music and tour. His enduring skill as a guitarist and his creative spirit show that his legacy in rock is far from over. Joe Elliott. As the charismatic frontman of Def Leppard, Joe Elliott helped define the sound of 80s rock with his soaring vocals and magnetic stage presence. Hits like Pour Some Sugar on Me and Love Bites made him an icon of the glam metal movement, with his voice cutting through the big anthemic sound of the band. Known for his unique blend of rock power and melodic sensibility, Elliott's influence is undeniable. Now, in his 60s, he still performs with Def Leppard, his voice as dynamic as ever. Joe Elliott remains a rock legend, timeless in both style and sound. Marvin Gaye. With his smooth, soulful voice and timeless charm, Marvin Gaye became the epitome of Motown's emotive power in the 60s and 70s. Songs like What's Going On and Sexual Healing made him not just a star, but a cultural icon. His ability to blend personal vulnerability with social consciousness set him apart as a voice for both love and change. Tragically passing in 1984, Gaye's music lives on, his legacy a profound influence on R&B and soul. His music continues to resonate, proving that Marvin Gaye's artistry remains immortal, capturing the heart and soul of generations. Jackson Browne. With his introspective lyrics and soothing voice, Jackson Browne became one of the 70s and 80s most influential singer-songwriters. His heartfelt ballads, including Running on Empty and The Pretender, made him the voice of a generation grappling with love, loss, and existential reflection. Known for his poetic lyricism and acoustic-driven sound, Browne's music remains deeply personal and universally relatable. Now, in his 70s, he continues to perform and release music, his voice and messages still poignant. Jackson Browne's timeless appeal lies in his authenticity, remaining an icon whose music touches both the heart and soul. James Taylor. With his gentle voice and introspective songwriting, James Taylor became one of the most beloved figures in folk and soft rock. Songs like Fire and Rain and Carolina in My Mind showcased his soothing voice and ability to capture deep emotion in simple, beautiful melodies. His laid-back, approachable persona made him a favorite of the 70s, and his songs still carry a sense of quiet wisdom. Now, in his 70s, Taylor continues to tour, his voice as warm and comforting as ever. His enduring popularity speaks to his ability to craft songs that resonate across generations with emotional depth and grace. Kris Kristofferson. With his weathered charm and poetic lyrics, Kris Kristofferson became a towering figure in country music. His songs like Me and Bobby McGee and Sunday Morning Coming Down blended raw storytelling with deep introspection, capturing the essence of the American experience. Known for his rugged, everyman appeal, Kristofferson's voice was the perfect vehicle for his poignant tales. Now in his late 80s, Kristofferson still holds a place of reverence in country music. His legacy cemented not just as a performer but as a master songwriter whose words continue to resonate with audiences around the world. Bob Seger. In the 70s and 80s, Bob Seger became the voice of the American heartland, his raspy vocals and rock anthems capturing the grit and glory of blue-collar life. Night Moves and Against the Wind became anthems of freedom, nostalgia, and resilience. Seger's ability to blend rock, soul, and a touch of folk made him a timeless figure in music. Now in his 70s, Seger's energy hasn't waned. Though his touring days may be behind him, his legacy remains in his songs, which continue to resonate with listeners, a testament to his enduring influence in rock history. Al Green. With his soulful croon and heart-melting charisma, Al Green became a legendary figure in the world of R&B and soul during the 70s. Songs like Let's Stay Together and Tired of Being Alone are timeless classics imbued with a blend of sensuality and spiritual depth. His voice, both velvet and powerful, has the unique ability to heal, uplift, and ignite passion. Now in his 70s, Green has moved toward ministry, but his musical influence remains untarnished. His legacy as one of soul's greatest voices continues to shape artists and captivate fans, proving his songs will forever linger in the soul. Teddy Pendergrass. With a voice as rich and magnetic as molten gold, Teddy Pendergrass redefined the sound of R&B in the 70s and 80s. His sultry ballads like Turn Off the Lights and Close the Door made him the epitome of romance and intimacy, his deep baritone stirring emotions with every note. Pendergrass's stage presence was electric, charismatic and powerful, yet tender. After overcoming personal hardships, including a life-changing accident, he showed immense resilience. Though his public career slowed, his influence remains enduring. Teddy Pendergrass's songs will forever be the soundtrack to passion and perseverance, transcending both time and tragedy. Lenny Kravitz. In the 90s, Lenny Kravitz burst onto the scene like a force of nature, blending rock, funk, and soul into a genre-defying sound all his own. With hits like Are You Gonna Go My Way and Fly Away, Kravitz became the embodiment of effortless cool, blending retro vibes with a modern edge. His signature look, a mix of bohemian and rock and roll, made him both a style icon and a musical maverick. Now in his 60s, Kravitz continues to perform and release music. His sound as fresh and electric as ever, his unyielding ability to evolve has made him a lasting figure in music. Chris Cornell. With his hauntingly powerful voice and raw emotion, Chris Cornell became one of the most revered figures in rock. As the frontman of Soundgarden and later Audioslave, his iconic songs like Black Hole Sun and Like a Stone transcended the grunge movement, blending heaviness with lyrical depth. His voice could soar with unmatched intensity or drop into a vulnerable whisper, creating an emotional landscape that resonated deeply with listeners. Tragically passing in 2017, Cornell's music remains a living tribute to his genius, his unique voice and emotional depth, continuing to echo in the hearts of fans worldwide. Terence Trent D'Arby. With his distinctive voice, rich, powerful, and full of swagger, Terence Trent D'Arby emerged as one of the most captivating figures of the late 80s and early 90s. His debut album, Introducing the Hardline according to Terence Trent D'Arby, featuring hits like Wishing Well and Sign Your Name, made him a soulful sensation with a unique blend of pop, rock, and R&B. Known for his flamboyant style and electric stage presence, D'Arby quickly became a star. Though his mainstream presence has dimmed, his legacy remains vibrant. Now, under the name Sananda Maitreya, he continues to explore music, ever-changing, yet always soulful. Glenn Frey. With his smooth voice and effortless charisma, Glenn Frey helped shape the sound of the 70s as a founding member of the Eagles. His hits like Take It Easy and Heartache Tonight became the soundtrack to the West Coast rock scene, blending country, rock, and folk into a timeless sound. Frey's songwriting, often paired with Don Henley's lyrics, created some of the most iconic songs in rock history. Tragically passing in 2016, Frey's legacy endures through the music of the Eagles. His timeless melodies and laid-back style will forever echo in the hearts of those who loved him. Gavin Rossdale. With his piercing blue eyes and striking presence, Gavin Rossdale became the frontman of Bush, capturing the raw energy of grunge and post-grunge rock in the 90s. Hits like Glycerin and Machine Head showcased his blend of gritty vocals and emotionally charged lyrics, making him a figurehead for the alternative rock movement. Known for his cool, almost enigmatic persona, Rossdale's influence extended beyond his band to the broader landscape of rock. Now in his 50s, Rossdale still leads Bush, bringing his ever-raw, vulnerable voice to new generations of fans while maintaining his place as a grunge-era icon. These stars taught us one thing: nothing lasts forever. Fame can be fleeting and life can take unexpected turns. But it's how they've reinvented themselves, faced challenges, and stayed resilient that makes their stories so powerful. From stardom to reinvention, their journeys remind us all that growth and change are part of the process. So what's next for these icons? There's always more to the story, and you won't want to miss it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible transformations right here on Iconic Inside. And if you want to see the untold stories from earlier videos, check out the link on the end screen. You won't believe what you missed.